and welcome to the Warhammer Podcast, episode 208. I'm your host, Brad. This is my co-host, Eric.
How's it going?
And if you're real lucky, you'll get a third voice today. But today's episode is meme lists. We wanted to do at least one more this edition, and we had a bunch of them pile up from patrons and people emailing us and leaving comments. So we had a lot of them piled up, and none of them we made. So welcome to Meme Lists Theft Edition.
Sounds good.
All right, so we've got 6 lists here to go through. Let's start off with something basic as a warm-up before we get into some weirder stuff.
All right.
I've got a real easy Death Guard list here, Eric.
I mean, that's good, I guess. What do you mean by that?
Let's go through the list and we'll see what you think the list is.
All right.
So it's a Demon Prince with wings, another Demon Prince with wings.
I mean, this is pretty classic stuff, yeah.
7 Plague Marines, 7 more, 7 more, 5 more. So just lots of Plague Marines.
All right. I mean, funny numbers, and then 5 just because I'm assuming you didn't have enough points or something.
Yeah, I ran out of points.
Okay.
I took some enhancements instead. It's fine.
Yeah, sure.
Then we've got a pair of Rhinos to put some Plague Marines in. We've got a Predator Annihilator, a Predator Destructor, a Hellbrute, because they look sick painted green.
Actually, yeah.
Then let's soup in some demons, and we'll do the Great Unclean one, because you have to. And we'll do 9 Nurglings. We'll do a set of 6 and a set of 3.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if we're going to do Death Guard, like, you got to have the Ghoul. But, like, a little weird to not bring that up with the Demon Princes. But, like, I see kind of what's going on there. Put them with the Nurglings, sure.
They can be wherever in the list. I'm just saying. At the end of the list, I was like, oh, we should bring in some demons, too.
Yeah, definitely there was a hole that needed to be, like, you know, Guo-sized hole.
Who doesn't have a Great Unclean one sized hole somewhere on their person?
I started, like, I had the thought and was like, I started speaking as I had the thought and was like, I shouldn't say this. This is dumb. And then I just kept it. Was like, we started now. We're committed. All right. This is happening one way or another. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty solid list. Like, you've got a decent spread of options. I'm not entirely sure what the plan here is of, like, these are meme lists, right? Like, the idea of meme lists being hopefully playable. You know, we don't want just, like, actual trash, but...
Oh, I forgot the detachment. It's Cabal of Chaos.
Cabal of Chaos.
That's not a Death Guard detachment, if you're wondering.
I was like, I feel like I know that there's a CSM, Cabal of Chaos, and I'm just like, is there some new Nurgle detachment? Okay.
So the joke of this list is a Chaos Space Marines list.
Okay.
It is also legal in Death Guard. So you can literally play this in Death Guard or CSM. And yes, I quickly cooked up one that I could do with Thousand Suns and then realized we could probably do this for all 4. But I didn't want us to go through 4 of this list. But yeah, it was pretty funny to do.
That makes a little bit more sense. I'm assuming the points distribution was a little weird, so you had to go to 5 Plague Marines.
Yes. Otherwise, you pass over the threshold and you can't do that many of
Yeah, okay. It was like that, and I was going to bring up, like, oh, why don't we have the Plague Burst Crawler if we're doing, like, tank kind of stuff? It's just cooler, right?
Yeah, because you can't do that one in CSM.
Yeah. And then it was like, oh, well, it's more points. So, like, I started justifying it. But, yeah, no, this is good. I like it.
Yeah, so it's either CSM and you go this route in Cabal of Chaos, or you just play it in Death Guard and you play it basically anywhere, but we can do like Taliban summoners so that they actually have crossover with the demons.
Okay, yeah. A little bit of theming going on there. Yeah, I mean, okay, it's not the most meme. It is, because you get to play the same list in 2 different factions. But it's like, it's also tough because this shows why Chaos is kind of pretty awesome from like a collector aspect kind of thing. Like, you get to play 2 entirely different factions with these same models. That's awesome.
It's very cool from a ADHD collector perspective where you keep on going, well, now I want to collect this, which swings me into now I could go this direction.
Yeah, that's great. But I mean, like, the list itself is honestly pretty solid. Like, this is a playable list.
This is a completely vanilla looking list, honestly. It's not winning any awards. It's not a good list because I had to make it work in 2 armies. The triple Demon Princes, nothing to actually lead the Plague Marines. It has obvious flaws, but it is a vanilla casual. If someone showed up with this, you'd be like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, we're not like really try-harding right now.
But that makes it interesting, the fact that you don't know which faction it is.
That is pretty awesome. But I think the next one's a little bit spicier.
All right, let's get into our next one. So for this list, I have dubbed it Hollow Knight 3. The original version of this came from one of the patrons. We changed a couple things around because Borrelio had different ideas. So the list as it stands is a Death Leaper, the Swarm Lord, a Neuro Tyrant, a Turvagon, 20 Gargoyles, 3 Hive Guard, 11 Neurogaunts, 6 Tyrant Guard, 6 Zoanthropes, a Norn Emissary, a Screamer Killer, a Trigun, a Tyrannofex. Then we filled out with some enhancements for 1990 points. Borrelio, please, through the power of my magical Zinchian greatness, appear for us and walk us through this.
Brad, I was in the bathroom. Why I'm here?
Hollow Knight 3 just dropped. We want to hear your response to it.
Oh, let me see. This is better than I expected, honestly. The first one, the Death Leaper, they are the Mantis Lords. I don't know if you know this. The Death Leapers are actually based on the Mantis Lords.
Oh, okay, yeah. I guess, yeah, time traveling again.
Not actually. So GW wanted to do a video game and they worked with Team Cherry. And in the end, they decided to not share their IP. So Team Cherry went and made a bug game for themselves without the GW IP, and they named it Hollow Knight. That's how Hollow Knight came to be.
Oh, this is fascinating lore.
I mean, I can see it because, yeah, I mean, the Mantis Lords.
Yeah, this actually happens other times in video games.
Yeah.
First time for Warhammer, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So the Swarm Lord here is the Mantis Traitor. It's perfect for him. They have the claws. He's a big guy. I don't know if the Swarm Lord is a traitor, but he has the face of a traitor.
Wow. Oof, called out.
The Neuro Tyrant is also perfect. The Soul Master has psychic powers. He shoots orange blobs at you. It's a perfect fit.
Okay.
The Gargoyles, they don't look correct at first because the Primal Aspid shoots 3 projectiles at you in Hollow Knight.
They're little fly bug things with the orange bulb, right?
Yeah, but you face the ones at the beginning of the game that shoot just 1 shot. The Primal Aspid is at the end of the game and they shoot 3 shots in 3 different angles. So it's very hard to dodge.
That sounds toxic.
Yeah, they are the most annoying flying enemy. And I got information from 11th edition. They just leaked that the Gargoyles will shoot 3 times.
Okay.
Source, trust me, bro.
Yeah.
Trust me, bro. That's about right.
All right, what about the Hive Guard?
They are just a bookie guy.
Is Huskagard, that's the shield annoying bro right at the start, right?
Exactly. They are more like an elite enemy. They don't fall to 1 or 2 hits. You have to face them a bit.
Yeah, that fits.
The Neurogons, I'm not sure, but the mistakes, they kind of feel like a horde because they are like a blob of magic that succumbed to the infection. So they spawn all the time on the screen and they are also on the same place that the Psykers are.
Yeah, that kind of works.
The Neurogons, they expand the range of the psychic spells, right?
They expand the synapse range.
Yeah, so close enough.
Similar ideas. Okay, yeah.
The Tyrant Guard is similar to the Hive Guard, so the Watcher Knight fits well. It's also a big guy with a shield and a sword, like an elite guy.
I mean, yeah, I would expect them to be pretty similar. So nice that Hollow Knight has similar enemies there.
Yeah, if you ask me the difference between the Hive Guard and the Tyrant Guard, I couldn't tell. I guess they guard different things, but...
Yep, that's how it works. Mm-hmm.
But the Zoanthropes, these are easy. They are like the spellcasters from Soul Sanctum, the Soul Twisters. They don't look similarly, but they do a similar job. That's good enough.
All right, okay. I feel like I don't know that one particularly well.
I'm gonna say that you stopped playing right before going into the city, right?
Something like that.
Stop it right before facing those guys. They are pretty hard because they teleport on the screen. So some people have difficulty facing them. Not me though. I'm an elite gamer.
Okay.
All right. What about the monsters then?
The monsters are a bit more difficult because the bosses in Hollow Knight, they don't have like guns. The Screamer Killer, yeah, he can be the Great Husk Sentry. The Great Husk Sentry is a knight on the Citadel and it takes a long time to kill him. So he's just like a distraction Carnifex. And the Screamer Killer is a Carnifex, we know it. So it's the same model.
All right, okay.
The Trigon is the Dung Eater. Eater. The Trigon, if I recall correctly, he digs holes with his mouth.
Yep.
In the Dug Eater, eats things with his mouth, so that's close enough. And you fight him in a pit, in a hole, so...
Yeah, we could have also done the Mawloc instead, like the Trigon and the Mawloc, same thing.
Yeah, I feel like the Tyrannofex gives Stalking the Vault vibes, with the exception that the Stalking the Vault doesn't have a gun, but they are like the same kind of guy, like a big, bulking guy that you are afraid to face. And lastly, the Norn Emissary is the Hollow Knight. He is capable of using psychic powers with the infection, and he is great at melee combat, so he's an all-rounder.
The Norn Emissary is very cool. So, like...
Yeah, it has Mega Boss vibes.
The Turfgon is like a mom for Tyranids, right?
Yeah.
So it has to be either the Grossmother, who is a boss at the beginning of the game that dies into a bunch of bugs.
That is the exact one I was thinking of, but I've never gotten far into Hollow Knight.
Yeah, but we have another mom on the Fluke Marm. She is sexy, Brad. Look at her.
No.
What?
No.
What?
Absolutely not.
All right, then.
We finally figured out why you're a Death Guard. All right, thank you for the explanation, Borelio. Now return to the void and look up creepy bug monsters or whatever you're doing in your free time.
Yeah, and stop sending us DMs of those.
All right, and with Borelio out of here, let's move on. We always get asked by Kill Team players if we're ever covering Kill Team on this channel. Let's talk about Kill Team.
But I don't wanna.
I don't either, but...
Honestly, there's some really cool kits.
There are.
The models are very exciting. Some of my favorite models are Kill Team models.
So we had a commenter show off that you can make an entire CSM list out of only Kill Teams. So here you go. We need 3 copies of the Dark Commune. We need 2 Traitor Enforcers. We need 3 Cultist Mobs. We need 10 Legionaries, 10 more, and 10 more for good measure. And then we need 20 Traitor Guard, which will do 2 units of 10. Then we're going to need 8 Accursed Occultists 3 times over, 10 Felgor Beastmen, 10 more of them, and then 20 Nemesis Claws in 2 sets of 10, and we have a 2,000 point list.
All right. So that's a weird list when you're just throwing it out there like that. And part of that is just because Kill Team's weird. But
so this is made up of, to break this down, it's 3 Chaos Cult Kill Teams. It's a Cultist Mob, a Dark Commune, and an Accursed Cultist kit. You throw those 3 together and you get a Chaos Cult Kill Team. So we've got 3 copies of that Kill Team. Then we have 2 copies of the Blooded Kill Team, which is a Traitor Guardsman Squad and a Traitor Enforcer, which used to be a Kill Team box. And Eric looked this up.
so this one infuriated me because there was like a tickle in the back of my brain that was like, this isn't how this works anymore. We had a Kill Team box that was blooded, and you can still buy the cards. It's still Kill Team blooded cards for rules and stuff like that. That's not a thing anymore. They don't sell that anymore because they split it up into the box of like the main unit and then a box of just the 2 Enforcer models.
Yeah, so they coincidentally at the time doubled the price that it cost to buy, because it went from being like a $65 kit to being a $50 kit and a $55 kit.
Yeah, something like that. To be fair, the fact that the Traitor Enforcer, the 2 model, like those 2 models being 50, 55 or whatever it is ridiculous.
It's insane for 2 piddly little characters.
They're kind of cool.
The Ogren's cool.
But the actual Enforcer is whatever, and those 2 together being $50 is ludicrous.
$55.5 for 2 guard models.
And the fact that it came from Kill Team Blooded.
It is $1 a point. It is AdMech bad.
Oh man, I didn't even think of that, but that's we're at AdMech levels. Like that's just infuriating to me to see like the Kill Team split up like that and such a price increase kind of thing. Obviously makes sense on why they no longer sell that particular Kill Team.
So anyway, then we have the Felgor Ravagers Kill Team, 2 of those, which is literally just the Felgor Beastmen, and then 2 Nemesis Claw Kill Teams and 3 Legionary Kill Teams. Technically in Kill Team, those get run lower than their box size. You buy them in 10s but run them in 6s, so technically you could do some kit bash stuff to make more of them. But look, it is a total of 12 Kill Team boxes purchased, buys you this army. And it's kind of funny that we have so many different Kill Teams for Chaos Space Marines that you can do this.
Yeah, it is funny.
And honestly, if someone just said, I'm playing cultist spam and I saw this list, I'd be like, yep, you are. That's a normal, weird, like you just like playing cultists. I get it.
I was going to bring up the fact of like the previous list for, the CSM Death Guard that we brought up, like the leading is not, like you don't have characters leading the units. It's not synergistic.
Yeah, whereas here, this looks like a Chaos Cult list. Not like a finely tuned one, but a totally, okay, sure.
But like, yeah, you've got your Trader Enforcer and your guards, and like the Dark Commune, I think can do cultist mobs and Cursed Cultist, I assume. I don't know that for certain, but like either way, you can lead stuff. The Felgar Beastmen are always just weird. They feel out of left field no matter what.
They are a perfect example of a good kill team kit where it's like they're part of the lore. They're never going to be important enough to have more than like a kit, but like they should exist somewhere on tabletop so you can point to them because they exist in the lore. It's a good thing for kill team to add to the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely with you on that. It's just one of those that like thematically, they're always kind of like, oh, and the Felgar Beastmen. Which is fine. It is kind of nice that it's an option. They exist. But yeah, this list, it's not the most crazy other than the fact that it's literally just Kill Team. Because you apparently love Kill Team, but nobody plays it. So you decided to take all your models and actually play 40K.
All right, let's do my next chaos list. I did a lot of chaos this time. I just like picking the chaos memes.
Or the comments just did a bunch of chaos stuff.
I mean, we had more than this that people had submitted, but I took the ones that tickled my fancy the most, and it was a lot of chaos ones, I guess. This one came from a commenter. They started off with an idea, but then I sat down and mathed it out and made it much more degenerate.
This is a neat one. So we've got a corn list, clearly.
This is your classic World Eaters list. This is how World Eaters should look. So read it off to me, Eric.
Starting with Karn the Betrayer. Great warlord.
Perfect warlord for very thematic World Eaters list.
Yeah. Then we've got unit of 5 Terminators.
Yeah, because obviously the Red Butchers need to exist but don't yet, so we just have to use normal Chaos Terminators, obviously.
And I mean, since we've accepted that that's the thing, we'll have 3 units of those 5. Just because, like, we know it's going to happen. So, like, okay, cool. We've got 3 units of 5 Chaos Terminators. Then a Chaos Predator Destructor.
Yeah, because you need some range stuff. Like, even World Eaters understands that. They are still a functioning army.
And because this is meme lists, and we both enjoy, some tanks here and there, we'll do another 2 Predator Destructors.
Yep, obviously.
It might not be the most optimal, but like, how about a Forge Fiend and then another Forge Fiend?
Make it 3.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm with you. 3. And how about a Hellbrute?
Yeah, we need 3 Hellbrutes, though, to counteract the Forge Fiends. Forge Fiends, they feel too ranged. Let's get some Hellbrutes in here.
Absolutely. Yeah, and then just round it out with a Chaos Rhino, because,
A Rhino that I will remind you only Karn can sit in.
Sounds right. Yeah, no, it's his little, like...
He has nothing to lead in this list, so he's gonna drunk drive the Rhino.
I think that's fair. That sounds very Karn the Betrayer. Yeah, so this is...
Karn the DUIer.
This is a World Eaters list
that our commenter dubbed Glottal Stop Orn.
Yeah.
So their original version was a little softer on this, but I sat there and mathed out a lot of stuff. I can technically, I think, get a couple more shots into this list. But if we load these out correctly and put everything within 12 inches so that we've got our rapid fires on every type of gun we've got.
Yeah. And I mean, that's a very Korn thing, right? Like just charging up.
Yeah. You want to be close, but not in melee. We just want to be close.
Yeah.
We understand that shooting is good. So if you do this and we get within 12 inches, because I don't want to deal with the variable rapid fire ranges for the different guns, the Hellbrutes have missile launchers and their fist, which comes with a combi bolter in it.
Right.
The Forge Fiends have 2 auto cannons and their ectoplasm cannon. The Chaos Rhino has 2 combi bolters and a havoc launcher, and Karn shooting a pistol out of the top. Because he's got a gun.
Yeah, no, that's just such a great image. The DUI Karn just sticking his head outside the window. All right, yeah.
The Predator Destructors are a nightmare because they're an old kit. So they've got the Havoc Launchers, the Combi Bolters, the Heavy Bolter Sponsons, their main kit, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, you just gotta figure out like which particular loadout has the most shots, essentially.
Yeah. And then 15 Chaos Terminators. Let me tell you, a Combi Bolter has a lot of shots in rapid fire. It's rapid fire 4 with 2 base shots.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So if you're within 12 inches, this thing fires off 6 shots a person. So, yeah. So all of this together, when you math it out, if we roll all 6s on the variables, because some of them are D6 plus 3 or D3 shots, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we can't actually expect any of this realistically.
But I'm not counting blast or anything like that to really pump the numbers. I asked the patrons what they thought I got a Khorne shooting list up to for shot count, and the vast majority guessed 300 to 400.
I mean, that's a lot of shots.
That's a lot of shots. I'm impressed they thought I could do that much. Instead, if we roll all 6s on our variables here, it's 502 shots in your shooting phase.
Whew, yeah, that's pretty good. That's a bucket of dice.
And yeah, even with average D6s, by the way, it's still like 475 or more. Like, it's not carried by rolling all 6s. It's carried by these are really high rapid fire counts.
I was gonna say, like, you've been talking about, like, oh, we're rolling 6s kind of thing. And, like, yes, that does matter because there are, D6 shots here, but it's really not being carried by rolling 6s.
No, completely average. It's like 475-ish.
That sounds about right. But okay, to be fair, a lot of it's just combi bolters. So, like, you're gonna shoot all of these shots and not do shit.
Combi bolters and frag missiles, just terrible shots.
God, it's so good.
Yep. This works out to exactly 2,000 points, by the way. I was very proud of that. Ooh. I do think there's like a slightly mathematical, more shot version because Terminators had the highest shot to point ratio, increasing them to 10 mans and reducing other stuff, but it got really wonky and I ended up with weird point counts left, so I just left it like this.
Yeah, I remember trying to do something similar to this as a meme, and I swear we had done something, but I think it was the orc list that I was remembering.
Yes, because you did the orc buckets of dice one for the DACA, which, by the way, we've got merch.
Hey, we do.
You could get yourself a DACA shirt and then play Khorne.
Poorhammer.com. Yes, get the DACA shirt and then play Khorne.
And since we're shilling merch, a reminder, all of the Uma Musume stuff is gone next week. So if you want something that was originally inspired by a different meme of ours, then this is your last call. Look at that. We remembered to shill.
Hell yeah.
Now back to the actual action here.
Yeah, no, I love this list. This is like peak meme list kind of thing for 10th edition. Like, this is where yes, this is a list. It works. You could probably technically win, but you're doing it in the wrong way. That's perfect.
There's no wrong way to fight except for making Khorneless shoot.
All right, let's move on to our next one then. I think we're finally out of chaos stuff.
Yes. So you remember when we did the Knights list before and the joke was you couldn't tell it was a Knights list?
Yeah. That was a fun one to try and figure out how to, like, not ruin it.
Okay, so one of the patrons sat down and did far too much checking of rules.
Yeah.
And they improved upon that list.
All right, I'm interested because, like, there are a lot of rules that, like, you have to go between several different places to figure out what's actually available to do.
So here's the list, and you can figure out which faction this list is.
Okay.
A Knight Paladin.
That's a good start.
Inquisitor Cotias and Draxus. So a pair of Inquisitors in here.
Okay.
2 Deathwatch kill teams. Then let's give the Inquisitors the Inquisitorial agents. So 2 units of 12 of them.
Yeah.
A Sister of Battle Squad, 10 of them.
Okay.
3 Rhinos.
3 Rhinos. Okay.
3 Chimeras.
3 Rhinos, 3 Chimeras, and a Knight Paladin, and then, okay, yeah.
And 2 Immolators.
So this is very similar. It's the sisters list, but you have a Knight Paladin in it. Okay. The same idea, but...
So it's obviously an Imperium faction, but which?
But which? That is a great question. My initial assumption would be like, yeah, it's like a sisters list that you've done. Yeah, it's like a sisters list. Yeah, because you got like the Immolators. I guess you could use the Inquisitorial Agents ones. So it could be... Is it an agents list that you're just grabbing a paladin?
It is an everything list. This is legal in every Imperium army due to souping rules. This is a 2,000 point legal list that every Imperium army can run because you can make an Inquisitor a warlord. So this list requires you to make a Freeblade paladin, and then you are doing the rest through the souping rules for Imperial agents, which lets you do 2 characters,
Yep.
2 Requisition Deathwatch, attach 2 inquisitorial agents, which are free because of their rule saying they get to be there because you have inquisitors.
Yeah, because you can basically attach the inquisitorial agents to the inquisitors, so they're free. They're just your like 2 characters in the count for soup rules.
And then the sister requisition, and then you're allowed the rhinos because you're allowed inquisitorial transports as long as you can transport stuff in them.
Yeah, you have to have something in the rhino.
But because of the immolators rule, the 1 sister squad can work for both immolators, and then you have enough to put in everything else because of who can be placed where. But you have to lead nothing so that you can split people up enough to put them in all of the units.
Yeah, so that things don't just like explode on start. Because yeah, dedicated transports have to carry something.
This is a list that will start the game with a paladin, 3 rhinos, 3 chimeras, and 2 immolators in play, and is technically legal in every single faction in the Imperium.
That's crazy. That's absolutely unhinged.
There are Space Marines in this list, Sisters in this list, Inquisitors in this list. We've got chimeras to represent the Guard here.
A fucking knight. That's the wild. I love this because, like we said, we've done the funny type of stuff here of like souping with agents. You can do silly things. I love the unhinged idea that the patron started from of I'm gonna put a knight in every faction and then also figure out how to make all the factions work with 1 list. Like that core idea, I love it. Brilliant. Chef kiss.
So, while that is a very impressive list and you are happy with it,
I am.
I'd like to present a curse list to kill your soul.
Oh no.
So a different patron came up with this idea, and the second I finished reading it and read the name of the list, I was mad.
I'm honestly worried because scrolling down through these show notes, I see the list name. And oh boy.
So let's do this for the audience. I will read you the list and then the name.
Yeah, no, I think we slow roll the name on this one because got some splaining to do.
So we're doing an Adeptus Custodes list. Breaky will be proud.
Where are we starting then?
So let's do Lions of the Emperor because Unleash the Lions is cool.
I mean, yeah, okay.
We're going to have TJ. He'll be our warlord. We'll do Valerian. He's cool too. He can join.
He's cool too. Yeah, okay.
We can do 3 Blade Champions because they're real good.
I am a fan of, the Blade Champions. Pretty cool.
Then we'll do 3 Shield Captains.
Okay. I'm just the normal Shield Captain, not in Terminator or whatever.
Just the normal Shield Captains, the vanilla Shield Captains.
I mean, those are still pretty cool.
And then we'll do a Shield Captain in Alaris Terminator armor.
Oh, okay. We got a little bit of both.
And we can do 3 Terminators because I do want to use Unleash the Lions. Let's do Aquilin Terminators because they work points wise here.
All right. Yeah, I'm good with that. They're cool.
Then let's finish this list off with an Orion Assault Dropship.
A what?
An Orion Assault Dropship, the 700 point transport.
A what? Oh, you're not actually trying to use that in a list, are you?
You are using it in this list, and it's full. It is going to hold 12 custodians at the start of the game.
All right, yeah. That Orion Assault Dropship can carry 12 Adeptus Custodian infantry models. That's a very expensive model.
It's okay, though.
So we're just like tossing the Aquilins and I'm assuming a Shield Captain, Blade Champion, and maybe Valerian in there?
No, everything goes in. All 12 models.
Everything goes in. Huh.
So I've got a question, Eric.
Yeah?
Where are we dropping? This is the Fortnite list. It's the Fortnite bus with 12 individual Battle Royale contestants ready to go.
Where we drop in. I love the Fortnite Kata Royale. What a list name.
This is terrible. I was so mad when I read through it and then read the name at the end.
And yet, 2,000 points on the nose. Perfection.
Yeah, it's exactly 2,000 points. And Unleash the Lions lets you split the Aquilins up. So it ends up being 12 individual models that are all in the dropship at the start.
That's silly.
And it's very accurate because when you try to team up with anybody in a battle royale, the first thing everyone does is split up.
I mean, you got to cover more ground, right?
Yeah, exactly. Teamwork, fuck that.
Well, I mean, it's a resource efficiency. You gotta build the economy up so that then you can get a good late game. It's strategy.
So you can carry because you don't trust either of your teammates that you're playing with.
That would never happen. Nah.
And then you die because you didn't have any support.
Oh, man. Yeah, this is another meme list, certainly. And honestly, Unleash the Lions is very cool.
It is. And I always love when you actually get to have a list where you're like, oh, sweet, I get to do an Unleash the Lions.
And then you have a 700 point transport, and it's like, oh, fuck.
Don't worry, I'm sure it'll win its points back over the game. Don't read anything about it. Just assume it'll be fine. Ignore how difficult it is to even legally set it up on a board.
It's like a lot of points. It's probably got a shitload of guns, right? Because that's an Imperium thing to do. You just an unreasonable amount of guns.
It's only got 6 weapons.
Not amazing.
It's not a 700 point weapon loadout.
No, it's like a Rogel Dorn -1.
Yeah, it's a lot closer to a pair of Russes.
Oh man, it's silly, but it has a transport capacity of 12 custodian infantry, so it works somehow.
All right, that does it for the topic then. If you cringe to death at a Fortnite reference, then you owe us YouTube pleasantries.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Check that you're subscribed. YouTube yelled at me because we don't mention it outright enough.
We were doing pretty good there for a bit at like the end of the year of like in the show notes. We had a little like tag of like, hey, remember to do the thing. We haven't copied that over to some of these show notes lately.
We're really bad at YouTube.
We should probably do that again.
Anyway, if you're listening to this the week that it airs, we're at Adepticon right now. Next week's episode, you can expect to be very early. Probably Friday at the latest, I'm hoping, but maybe Saturday if Borrelio is dying.
It depends on how late the actual reveal stuff is. I don't know when it's...
It's Wednesday night, 8 p.m. CST when we will be there. So we are going to record until late o'clock, and then Borrelio is going to take a bunch of legal drugs to get the job done. So we'll see when you all get it.
Caffeine's legal. Yeah, I mean, I am excited for it. I almost want to do like prediction stuff. Maybe we'll do some like, I don't know, bonus before, but I kind of also just want to see.
Yeah, we'll see. We have a lot of plans for Adepticon stuff with other creators and all that. So we will see what there is time for, but we will get the episode out as early as possible next week, which will cover the total mystery reveal that is Adepticon, whatever it could be.
I know for certain it's not Warcry, right? Like that was one that wasn't on their little sheet.
Yeah. Other than that, thanks for joining us. And a huge thanks to our producers, Aetherian, cult leader by accident.
Ava, Tech Adept.
Battered Kurz.
Breaking news. 480 Custodian Guard.
C5 Dynamite.
Certified Peg Star.
Charles Lang.
Chiseling a Great Unclean One's fat folds for Lent.
It's shockingly topical this week. Corvus.
Demolition Man.
Gilgamesh Versus.
Going to Nick that gets Snazzy Wagon.
Grant Yost.
Halo Gamer 2005.
Holy shit, I thought the Baneblade wasn't going to be finished.
Huge Axe Man.
Yon Geisy.
Kiwi Fruit Bird.
Le Bloop Bloop.
Loaf of Disappointment.
Me When I.
And J. Harlan.
Old World Smasher Pass When.
Pizza 00100.
RoboHap.
South.
Sam Brown.
Scott the Jim Crab, Mr. Fantastic.
The fucking God Emperor of Mankind.
The last thread of sanity in the Warhammer news and leaks discussion.
There's no sanity in that fucking channel.
Nope.
The Terrible Toledo Tickler.
Victorian Batman.
And Wargame Simulator. Thank you all so much for supporting the show. And if you would like to join them and great patrons like Fat Guy 688, please look us up on patreon.com/solely-singleton and help keep this place running. Borrelio's gonna need the support next week.
Yeah, he is.
All right, that does it for us. We are out of here.
Sounds good.